All right, let's see what Klean has to say.
So with the recent change with the RMT thing, I honestly think a lot of you guys are overreacting a little bit. Will this increase the amount of people paying for cheat carry services? Potentially. Is it profitable for cheaters to do that? Not really. Compared to RMT, the amount of money made per carry is anywhere from $5 to $7 per raid. And that would potentially take anywhere from 20, 30, maybe even 40 minutes for a raid for that.
$5 to $7. Well, on that one website I was looking at, it was like $30 a go.
Whereas with how RMT functions, a cheater could go into a raid reacting a little.
Hang on, let me go back here a second.
So with the recent change with the RMT thing, I honestly think a lot of you guys are overreacting a little bit. Will this increase the amount of people paying for cheat carry services? Potentially. Is it profitable for cheaters to do that? Not really. Compared to RMT, the amount of money made per carry is anywhere from $5 to $7 per raid. And that would potentially take anywhere from 20, 30, maybe even 40 minutes.
I'm going to disagree with Klean here and say that I don't think you're looking at even 20 minutes. Because a cheater on labs will run through it in like less than 10 minutes. Easily less than 10 minutes. But then again, that's being like super blatant. Would they be at more risk of being caught if they go like super fucking rage hack mode, kill the whole lobby? I know. I think the time there is definitely overestimated. I believe that it's a much shorter period of time than, 30, 40 minutes for sure.
Or a raid for that carry to go through and finish. Whereas with how RMT functions, a cheater could go into a raid, wipe the lobby within 10 minutes or less, and get a chance to hit all the high value loot spots to find those high key items that could be worth anywhere from $50 to $100. So the amount of time spent doing RMT is much more worth the cheater's time versus doing the carry services.
Okay, that I agree with. Obviously, that makes way more sense because now cheaters can't just go, right, I'm going to play labs. I'm going to get all the key cards. I'm going to get all the lead X's, and I'm going to sell them for, X amount of money per pop. This is why I really want to know just how much volume is being shifted. If I could find the biggest fucking RMTer and figure out how much they were making, just how much in-game products were being shifted on a daily basis, that would be such a, well, obviously before the RMT change came in, but.
So overall, I think this is potentially a good thing because a lot of.
I think it's definitely a good thing too. I don't want anybody to get me wrong on this. I think this is definitely a good thing. I think going forward, this is going to be much better for the game. Obviously, just in case anybody thinks that I'm against this or whatever, but
the cheating that does happen in Tarkov, the rampant cheating, is because of RMT, because of how profitable it is for these guys to go into the raids and make real money from, finding these in-game items and then selling them. Now that BSG has kind of put a bit more of a tight noose on that, it is going to substantially hurt the RMT profiteering that happens. And I think a lot of the speculation as to whether or not this is going to increase the amount of cheaters is just, I guess you could say, an educated guess. We don't really know if it's going to do that or not. And to be honest, I think we...
Well, my thinking of it was that if casual Andy can't go to his favorite cheating fucking cocklord and get boosted through a raid, get given a bunch of rubles for money, one fear that I have is that these people are going to be more likely to go ahead and start cheating themselves rather than... Because if you put it this way, why would you bother ever paying $5, $10, $20, $30, whatever, for a boost when you could just get the cheats yourself and do it yourself? That's one concern I have, that this will indirectly lead to more people overall cheating in the community. It's we'll have to wait and see, obviously. You know what I mean? I don't know. ARM tiers only kill players when they have to. They're in raid to snag top tier loot before you even know they were there. So when you die to a cheater 9 out of 10 times, it wasn't an ARM tier. Yeah, because ARM tiers want to fly under the radar. That's what I was saying earlier about lab clears now. They're probably going to get their accounts banned a lot faster because they're going to have to kill a lot more people. So people will be more afraid to get banned for cheating themselves because they aren't bright enough to get the cheats themselves without getting scammed. Well, that's the thing. There are so many websites that sell Tarkov cheats. I don't know how many of you guys are aware of this, but a very, very common misconception about cheating in Tarkov is that, oh, BSG have sales and cheaters buy the accounts and BSG are making money off the cheaters, blah, blah, blah. A very, very small portion of the sales, when they put their game on sale, are actually cheaters buying their accounts. And I'll tell you why. Because a lot of the cheaters that have been doing this for a long time and RMTing for a long time know the system. They've also set up tons of fake websites. You know what those fake websites are designed to do? They're designed to install phishing software on your PC so that they can yoink your EFT account name and password. And then they steal your account and then they cheat on that. And when they get banned, they move on to the next account and so on and so on and so on and so on. This is why Tarkov specifically is one of those games where if you want to get cheats, you've got to do a lot of research. You probably already have to know somebody who cheats, because the odds are if Casual Andy just goes to Google and types in buy cheats for escape from Tarkov, he's either going to get a keylogger installed on his PC, lose his Tarkov account, potentially lose your bank details, potentially lose your passwords to, you know, your emails, your other game services to which, you know, they're going to steal and sell on another platform or whatever. And it's just so unbelievably sketch as fuck. It is so fucking sketch, it's insane. Okay, so the thing that draws the cheaters to Tarkov to sell items was the amount of money that they were making, okay? What's going to happen is I'm going to guess that a lot of people who do cheat for a living for Tarkov selling shit might just move to another game, be it World of Warcraft, RuneScape, fucking another big MMO to where you can just set up mass bot farms and fucking, you know, basically make money until the fucking cows come home, until the accounts get banned, and then you do the process again and again and again and again and again and again. There are people still to this day on RuneScape making money like a really good ass fucking living, just botting and selling gold on RuneScape and shit. So
test this out, let BSG kind of do their thing, and then after maybe a week or so after we've played with it, seeing if there's any difference whatsoever, then we can give some constructive criticism and feedback.
Exactly. I agree with that. We have to wait and see what the effects
Wouldn't
are going to
have
be.
made this. I also think that BSG wouldn't have made this decision specifically without some due diligence on their part. I know that they, infiltrate themselves onto cheat websites, forums, RMT websites, forums, stuff like that, and they do a lot of research and whatnot on, essentially how these guys are going about their business. And I think that this is something that they did because they know it would very much work in terms of dampening the amount of profiteering done with RMT, which is a really big problem. And so I think we should, again, go ahead and share your opinion, post about it online, wherever you want. But, let's just play the game for a bit and, see how it works and see if anything really does change. If it doesn't, hopefully we can give good constructive feedback for Battlestate and they can potentially revert some of these changes. And, after all, it is beta.
Yep. People are way too quick to jump the gun without actually testing the system first and hearing about the feedback from it, which is one of the biggest things. But any game that does a major change like this will go through the same thing, so it's to be expected. It's going to happen with Tarkov. It's going to happen with anything else that does this, you know what I mean? The cheats that won't steal your info are $200 to $500 per month, and they have slots like only 10 to 30 people are allowed to be subscribed at a time, and in order to subscribe, there's an interview type process. That's what I'm saying, right? And those cheats, right? The only fucking way to get those cheats is if you know somebody, right? It will be so fucking hard for you to go online and find one of those cheat suppliers, because it's like in some fucking obscure Discord server, and then in that Discord server there's like an application process, everybody's fucking vetted, then you get sent to another Discord server for fucking interviews, and then once you get accepted through that, you probably go to another fucking Discord where they give you access to the cheat and your login and all that other fucking bullshit, and then like it updates, you pay them, you fucking download it, you whatever, I don't fucking know that, but like that's what I'm saying. those levels of cheats, there are not a lot of people using those. There is such, dude, the cheats that people are using in Tarkov right now is like, it's fucking cheap shit. It is dirt cheap shit. It's like some fucking dog shit ass wall hack that's probably easily enough detectable. There's like aim hacks, all that other shit, right? 99.9999% of people are not using those $200 to $500 a month subscription cheats. There are probably some of the high level RMTers and the high level cheaters. I'm talking about the people at the very fucking top that are probably paying like private programmers probably thousands of dollars, if not even more, for the software that they're using, so that it is specifically catered to maybe even fucking one person, man. And that's it. They're the only people that have access to it, and nobody else can use it. We're not like, but what I was talking about before are like the run of the mill. Like, you go to Google, escape from Tarkov cheats. You're gonna be flooded with shitloads of websites that are all fishy as fuck, that are probably gonna steal your info. And then maybe you'll find one that'll sell you some fucking aim hack, wall hack bullshit, right? And then when you get that, you're probably going to get banned. The longest period of time it's going to take is probably a month. I'm pretty sure that BattlEye, just based on like, you know, previous experience and like tweets from BSG and shit, like I believe BattlEye bans maybe once every 7 to 10 days. In some cases, it'll wait like, you know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks when they find like a major hive of like some new fucking cheat that's come out, and then they'll ban everybody at once. Because as you guys know, with anti-cheat software, a lot of people don't actually know this. Companies like BattlEye, Easy Anti-Cheat, most anti-cheat companies don't ban on a per account basis. Now, what does that mean? Well, if we find, you know, Captain Dickhead A who's cheating, we're not going to ban him. What we're going to do is we're going to let him continue playing for a week or so, you know, unfortunately, at the detriment of, you know, other legitimate players. But we now have a lead and a detection on whatever software that this cunt is using. So what they do then is they will set flags for that specific cheat, and they will catch hundreds or thousands, maybe even tens of thousands of people using that specific cheat. And then all of a sudden, one day they go, launch the fucking nukes. And then they ban thousands of players at one time. Because what happens is if you ban people on a case-by-case basis, the people that get banned are going to go back to their cheat supplier and say, hey, I just got caught using this. And then the cheat supplier is going to change their code so it makes it harder to detect by whatever anti-cheat software. This is why bans are done in waves, and this is why they don't ban on a per account or a per instance basis of somebody cheating, because it's way fucking, it's way less efficient, and overall it would have a much smaller impact than banning massive waves of people. You know what I mean? So that was my rant. That was my rant about all the RMT stuff.